Ever felt like someone was too much, even if they didn't say anything wrong? Like, you just knew they needed your attention too badly. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Emotional neediness is detected almost instantly, and it's not random, it's biological. In the next few minutes, you'll understand exactly how people pick it up so fast, and the one subtle behavior that exposes it every single time. Most people think neediness is about what you say. It's not. You can say all the right things, be polite, interesting, even funny, and still give off a signal that instantly lowers attraction. Because what people react to isn't your words, it's your emotional state. Your brain is constantly scanning others for confidence, security, and independence, and when it detects the opposite, it triggers something very specific: rejection. Here's when the science comes in. Humans are wired with something called emotional attunement. It's your brain's ability to read subtle cues, tone of voice, micro-expressions, eye contact, hesitation. All of this happens subconsciously. In fact, studies in psychology show we form impressions of people in under a second. And neediness shows up in tiny ways: replying too fast, over-explaining, seeking reassurance, trying too hard to be liked. But here's the key. It's not the behavior itself, it's the energy behind it. Because neediness comes from one core place: fear of losing the other person. And when that fear is present, it leaks, even if you try to hide it. But here's what most people don't realize. There's one specific moment where neediness becomes impossible to hide. And it's not when you talk, it's when you wait. I'll explain that in a second, because once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. Let's go deeper. From an evolutionary perspective, attraction is tied to perceived value. Someone who feels emotionally dependent signals, "I need you to feel okay." And your brain translates that as, "This person has lower status, fewer options, less control." On the other hand, someone who is emotionally stable signals, "I choose you, but I don't need you." That's powerful, because it removes pressure, and pressure is what kills attraction. This is why two people can behave similarly, but one feels attractive and the other feels needy. Same actions, different emotional foundation. Now, remember that moment I mentioned, where neediness becomes obvious? It's this: how you react to uncertainty. When someone takes longer to reply, when plans aren't clear, when things feel slightly off, that's where everything shows. Neediness reacts with overthinking, double texting, trying to fix the situation. Confidence reacts with calm, patience, detachment. Because the real difference isn't behavior, it's self-sufficiency. People who don't need validation don't chase it, and that's exactly what makes them attractive. So here's the takeaway. People don't detect neediness because they're analyzing you. They detect it because your behavior reveals your emotional state, and emotional states are impossible to fake for long. The moment you stop needing a specific outcome is the moment you become naturally more attractive. Not because you're pretending, but because you're finally operating from strength. And once you understand that, you start playing a completely different game.